Hi, this is Satish once again from Mindfire Solutions. I am going to show you how you can have a entity-based form field where you can have your custom queries running and show the data based on the custom query. This is in continuation with our uh, current Symfony series. That's being posted on Mindfire channel. So moving on with this video, this is the form we have been seeing for quite few videos now. So this is we have a name field, address one field, a user field, and then we had two non-mapped fields which we covered up in our previous videos. So however, vendor type, class type looked like we had a name field, we had an address line one, and then we had an add user field, and we had some non-mapped fields which we used it. So now moving ahead, how this particular form builder is identifying which type of field that particular field belongs to. Say for example, name shows as an text field in the form, whereas user is showing as an drop down field within the list of usernames. How this is happening, this form builder is Symfony form components are pretty much good enough to identify the field type with the name of the field, because it binds the fields with the doctrine entities, and see whether it has any associative mapping or not. Anyway, I'm not going to cover up the doctrine associations as of now, but when I say association, it is something like a foreign key relationship between your vendor table and that of your user entity. So we had just this field which showed the user record with username, with the list of usernames. I'm going to comment this out and show how it internally looks like in Symfony. So now this particular line is equivalent to these number of lines. So see, there is no change, we have the usernames being listed, but what if I want to impose some query standard? What if I want to impose some conditions to the query, or the way the results are being rendered, or the way the results are being grouped or ordered and so on. So in order to get this done, let me show you a quick example of changing the order of the field. I'm going to show the property username of the entity user, but I'm changing the order now. See, now the order got changed. It is in the descending order. Suppose if I want to have some other fields other than username, then I can also give the property option in the user entity type. Instead of username, I'm giving email. Here you go, it shows the email address of the specific user. How does it happens? This is nothing but the entity field is checking with the entity repository, where it resides, and checks for the property in the owning entity, and then prints out the associated query. So internally what happens is, when the form gets rendered on the browser, there is a query hitting the server, which in turn gets back with the result set, and that is being passed through some looping mode, and then you get the final result in form of drop down. And it's not just drop down, you can also use multiple property, so that you can select two users at a time when you're going to say some sort of multiple looping parameters. So in that scenarios, you can have this, and also you can have it as a checkbox, based on your expanded or collapsed options in the entity type, which we are not going to cover up now, because Symfony has almost around more than 30 types of field types, which we cannot cover up at one shot. So I think this is good enough to start with a form which has associative entities, which means foreign key relationship with other tables. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks a lot, and if you like, please connect us with Mindful Solutions. Thank you. Bye bye.